Peace and grace. Peace and grace. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Peace and grace. Today is January 1st, 2025. Happy New Year to everyone tuning in to the sound of my voice. If you are able to listen to this, then it means you made it. You made the transition from 2024 to 2025. I'm Rachelle Wilson, and thank you so much for tuning in to the very first episode of RachelleRadio.co, where I am streaming to my YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and podcasting to you always on my new radio station here. It's internet radio, RachelleRadio.co. And I'm so thankful that you're able to join me today. I appreciate you. I love you. And I wanted to make sure that you're in and available to share with me. So let me get through the first part of this announcement, which is always in 2025. Now we are looking for sponsorship. If you are someone who's interested in, putting your business out there, or whatever your passion may be, I want you to know that you can do that with me here at RachelleRadio.co. I'll be able to put commercials together for you, or have you can make your own commercials, and I will broadcast them here on my radio station, where we have the free will to not be censored. And I'm so very, very happy about that. No censorship. We get to say what we want to say. And here at RachelleRadio.co, we're going to keep it real and raw. Okay, so if you have a sensitive stomach, if you are faint of heart, this may not be the radio podcasting show for you, because we're going to talk about things that could be upsetting to some. But I'm going to tell the truth, and I'm going to let you know what I'm thinking and my research on what's actually going on. And there is no holds bar. All right. So today is simply the introduction to my new radio station. It's taken a lot of work, and I'm so very, very happy that I've been able to get this done, and we are starting today, and you're my first guest. So thank you so very much. I will have guests moving forward, and we're going to talk about things and ask the tough questions maybe that I wasn't able to ask in 2024 because of censorship. That will not be taking place moving forward. We're going to do what has to be done. But if you are someone who definitely has a business, a minority-owned business, a woman business, or a particular passion that you would like to put on air, that you would like to broadcast, again, you can do that with me here at RachelleRadio.co. And if you're interested, there's a number that is listed here in the on the screen, and certainly in the underlining, in the pockets, in the boxes, you will see there is a number that you can call, or an email. You can always email me and let me know. And different sponsorships have different prices. So however you want to sponsor, there's no too much or too little. Don't feel embarrassed if you only have a small amount, but you have a passion. I will work with you of that, I assure you. All right, so we're going to move it forward in 2025. Yay, Happy New Year. We made it, and I'm so thankful for that. But I want to leave you with this message as I move forward. There's going to be a lot of things that we talk about, and I will be keeping it real and raw, as I've already stated to you, okay? You can listen in every single week to RachelleRadio.co, and you'll be able to engage me in a conversation live via the phone number or typing it in on the screen, and I will be able to answer your questions or comment, respond to your comments. All right. But I want to start off and end by saying this very simple thing. If you have made it this far, then there is no stopping you. You are limitless. The possibilities are limitless. The opportunities are available for you to do your very best and achieve the best goals possible for you and your family moving forward. Don't blow it, by getting involved in very bad karmic energy. I want you to stay positive, get involved in positive karmic energy. And whether you believe in karma or not, I promise you it is assured. And if you don't believe in it, maybe you're a Neanderthal or an idiot, or you just simply haven't done the research. So I want to invite you to please do the research and make sure that you understand, just by talking to other people, that karma is real. What you put out is what you will get back. It will come back to you. And if it doesn't get you, it will hit your family. All right. So you want to create good karma for 2025. Be good to people. Be kind. Be polite. Don't tell lies and, don't be dishonest. Be transparent, because the truth will eventually come out anyway. So you might as well tell the truth from the onset, right? That's how you create good karma. So, for those of you, we're brand new. We don't know each other. We're just meeting each other for the very first time. And I'm really, really happy to be in your presence. But I want to give you a little bit of information about me so that you can anticipate what to expect when I go live. As I've stated, I'm keeping it real and I'm keeping it raw. So I am the mother of an incarcerated son. I've done 37 years now of journalism. Loved it so much, but got tired of chasing ambulances and fire trucks for a story, and began my career in politics. However, because certain FCC regulations will regulate you and censor you, I was not able to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God. So I left journalism and decided to go into teaching and teaching young people, leaving a legacy for them so that they would be able, for the new generation that's coming up, give them the tools necessary in order to be informed, well-educated, even media journalists, type of people. Okay. I wanted to give them those tools to do that. And so I went into high school teaching, junior high, high school. I loved it. It was my heaven on earth. I love working with children because they are the future for tomorrow. I am, again, as I stated, the mother of an incarcerated son. But that narrative is soon changing by the grace of hard work and building the proper relationships. All right. But it was when my son, my only child, the knock on the door came for me, proverbial knock on the door at 3:30 in the morning. I received a phone call that my son had been arrested for robbing a liquor store. All right. And this was in a place called Georgetown, Delaware. And I don't know how familiar my radio audience is with Georgetown, Delaware, but I assure you, they are still hanging strange fruit from the trees. Now, some of that is going to change because it simply has to. You just can't get away with hanging black people on trees anymore. You just can't get away with that. All right. There's some level of accountability and transparency in our prison reforms, our justice reform initiatives. So, but during that time in 2010, my son was incarcerated for robbing a liquor store and then sentenced to 25 years of incarceration by a judge who was xenophobic and antiquated, and who had promised to give every black man that stood in front of him 1,000,000 man years before he left the bench. So we know that there's racism that still exists. It certainly existed during those times. But this is a new day and a new time and a new era where, again, accountability will be in place. Transparency will be in place. But as a result of the justice system, the injustice of the justice system knocking on my door, I had no choice but to leave my heaven on earth, working with children in the high schools and the junior high schools, and get back into journalism. And so as a professional journalist, I am back. I began to advocate for my son and others as well, building relationships with the players on the chessboard. Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it before, and I'm going to tell you it's an absolute fact. When you're talking about the criminal justice, the injustice of the justice systems, you have to know we're playing chess, not checkers. All right. And it just so happens by chance that I'm a pretty good chess player. So learning the pieces on the board, who is who, and beginning to build honest and authentic relationships with those people, getting to know them and understanding how this process works with the criminal justice, injustice system. All right. That has been 7 years ago, and I've used that to my advantage. Never abused it. Never abused or took for granted any of my relationships. The people that I have a relationship with, I value them. And that's the authenticity of how I've been able to move. I actually value my relationships. It's not just about building them. It's about the value that you put into those relationships. All right. So I was able to do that. And as a result of that, now I've interviewed possibly close to 200 of our top elected officials from top to bottom, A-listers. That's kind of what I do. I interview the A-listers, the people who have the answers, the people who are involved in the justice systems and in politics, and all of the things that encompass or incorporate the justice system, including our judges and their accountability as well. So that's what I did. That's what I do. And I would have never been in this position had it not been for the grace of God, because I had a plan. My plan was to be a teacher, a high school teacher of journalism for the rest of my life until my days of retirement. But God had a different plan and a different assignment for me. And the only way to motivate me to get involved, to do what I do today, was to knock on my door personally and make sure that I was engaged. And so God knocked on my door by allowing the justice system to incarcerate my son unjustly and unfairly. And as a result of me being a mom of an only child, it touched my heart in a way that I can't explain unless you're the mother of an only child. You may have 5 or 6 running around and you love them all so very dearly. I certainly respect that. But I also know that when you're the mother of an only child, there's something that kicks in that I can't even put a word or language to. But something kicked in. I knew it was wrong. And I began my journey, the journey that God had put me on, the assignment that God had put me on. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot be in someone else's lane. If this is your assignment to do this, there is no plan B. God has no plan B for your life. It's only plan A. And whatever that assignment, that journey may be, that's the lane that you have to be in. You can't be in someone else's lane, trying to do what someone else does. If that's not your journey, that's not the assignment that God has ordained you, in order to follow that assignment. All right. To do that particular thing. God has put me on this assignment to be an advocate, to be an activist, and to be a journalist, and use radio journalism, broadcast journalism, as well as my new television show. All right. But using all of those venues in order to be a strong advocate for reform in our prison system, our justice systems. That is my assignment. And so that is where I must stay. Now, there have been times when, I thought I could step off and do something different. Again, there is no plan B. When God gives you an assignment, that's the assignment that you have to stay on. And nothing and no one can come along and knock you off of your assignment or knock you down to your knees, God will continue to protect you, bless you, watch over you, and lift you up, because you must achieve the goals of that assignment. And trust me when I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I've been knocked down, kicked, spit on, spat on, lied on. My character has been defamed. People have been bullshinaki with me, dishonest and non-transparent. And through it all, in the 15 years that I've been studying the law and becoming an advocate, I've got to tell you, every single time that a human being or an energy would come along to knock me off of my assignment, God would knock them off of theirs, off of their little perspective, their assignment, whatever it was, the weapons against me. God put them down and put me back up on my pedestal where I'm supposed to be, on right track, in order to achieve the goal that God has placed upon my heart and upon my spirit. So I don't know if any of that's making sense to you. I'm sure that you are my intelligent group. All right. I'm Rachelle Wilson. Make some intelligent noise. The justice movement. I am a foundation, and I do have the authenticity and the ability to put you on. If you would like to advertise and become a sponsor here at RachelleRadio.co, I do invite you to please chime in, listen in, and be willing to engage. Let me know, how can I be of service to you? It takes money to do everything. All right. It takes money to do everything in this world. So let's pull together. I'll help you, and you can help me in return. All right. So this is my introduction to RachelleRadio.co. This is my very first broadcast. I am broadcasting to you live on my YouTube channel, on my Facebook station, as well as the radio, my podcast on Spotify, and a plethora of other social media platforms. So just go to Rachelle Wilson, make some intelligent noise, MSIN, the foundation, LLC, and there you will find me. And I will be able to assist you in any way that we can do business with one another. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, there is no plan B for your life. Whatever assignment God has given you, you've got to stay true to that. Whatever it may be, don't try to get in someone else's lane and do their assignment when that is not for you. You will fail every single time. You have to be intentional, and you have to be on purpose. You have to be on your purpose for God. Now, if you don't believe in God, that's another conversation for another day. But I promise you, there is a supreme being higher than yourself. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in, for chiming in. And thank you for allowing me to introduce to you my very, very own radio station here at RachelleRadio.co. I love you tremendously, and I look forward to doing business with you as we move forward in 2025. Happy New Year, everyone, and God bless. Mwah! Peace and grace. Hey, Facebook family, peace and grace. How are you? I chimed in or I've set you up so that you could hear. This is my brand new radio station, RachelleRadio.co, where I'm doing live radio right here from the Make Some Intelligent Noise Foundation, LLC studios in Wilmington, Delaware. So I thank you so much for chiming in. I wish you all the most successful and prosperous, safe and happy New Year 2025 moving forward. God bless you, and God loves you. Peace and grace.